Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective new moon and Virgo reading. It is August 23rd as I'm recording this. We currently have Sun in Virgo, Moon is in Virgo, so happy birthday. Shout out to all the Virgos. Welcome to Virgo season, everybody. I was guided to start with some charms, and then I also have the Moonology deck here. I haven't decided on the tarot deck, but we'll see what calls out as I, go through the reading. As I always say, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time as well as the energy is fluid, and the energy could be vice versa or interchangeable. Don't try to make, the story fit. If it's not for you, it's just not for you, and that's okay. So we're going to start with some charms. I'm just going to give them a nice mix here. And let's see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection needs to come through for the collective as it pertains to this new moon in Virgo. Start out with 4. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we have a flamingo. Then we have our, ooh, I like this, a unicorn. We have red lipstick. And then we have what looks to be like, I don't know, it almost looks like a mermaid's tail. So this is the, first of all, this energy is like all feminine energy. And I love it. Like, I love it. The flamingo always makes me feel like, an air of elegance and grace. But also with like the unicorn, what I'm feeling is, I just heard dare to be different. Dare to be different. So for some of you, if you're, resonating as feminine energy, it almost feels like the way that you're embodying your energy right now is very different. With the lipstick, I'm hearing CoverGirl. But, like the makeup brand, but it almost makes me feel like it has something to do with like your aesthetics. Someone could be viewing you like as a cover girl, quote unquote. And then this mermaid's tail almost makes me feel like I'm automatically being drawn to the North Node and Pisces energy. It's almost like a very mystical, how can I say this? Like a free-flowing almost energy. Pisces are the 2 fishes, but for some reason, like, I don't know, I just always feel like mermaid energy as like Pisces energy. And I'm hearing in your flow. in your flow, in your flow. So yeah, if you're a feminine energy right now, it's just like you're, I'm hearing standing tall, embracing your uniqueness, your differences. With the red lipstick, it does, like I said, it makes me feel like for some of you, you could be being viewed as this energy. And I almost feel like very free, like a free spirited energy coming off of this mermaid's tail. With the moon in Virgo, well, the sun and moon in Virgo, along with the south node, it makes me feel like although Virgo and Pisces are opposites of each other, it makes me feel like you're growing with the flow in a way, like almost trusting the process, and it looks good on you. Because that's what I'm hearing. It's a good look. Like, yes, it looks good on you. So whatever you're doing right now makes me want to say, like, keep doing it. Keep being you. Yes. So let's see what this new moon in Virgo has in store. What's going on, Spirit? What messages do we need for the collective as it pertains to this new moon in Virgo? To see where this energy, may be playing out for you, just check what house you have Virgo in. And that, can tell you where this energy is playing out for you. So let's see what's going on. What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and this new moon in Virgo? They said one more. Alright, so bottom of the deck we have the new moon in Capricorn energy, which says your hard work is paying off. So, Capricorn is a fellow earth sign to Virgo. We don't have anything in Capricorn right now. So this is almost making me feel like, yeah, for some of you, Virgo time is the energy of harvesting. So it's like for some of you, you're seeing, or you may be seeing with this new moon, or even feeling like the rewards for your efforts, all the work that you put in. Yes. Up under that we have the south node energy, which says don't let your past hold you back, with the south node being in Virgo right now. It makes me, feel like you're not, like you're like, I felt that north node energy with the mermaid tail, like it almost makes me want to say like you're headed, or you're going in the right direction. Then up under that we have the new moon in Scorpio, which says work through your fears. And then we have the new moon in Libra energy, which says a new romantic cycle begins. So what this makes me feel like is, yeah, for some of you, it's almost like I almost hear and feel like the energy of like, like you've overcome your fears. You've put in, whatever work you've been putting in or that you've been doing, it actually like pushed you through, things, people, places, situations, feelings, thought patterns, whatever the case may be for you. It actually helped you, for like where you're at right now. Like I feel very present with this reading. You know, you're not letting your fears of the past, any fears, any doubts, any worries hold you back. And it's almost like with the new moon in Libra, there's like, yes, you know, Libra energy is like seventh house, so it deals with relationships. So of course, the card says a new romantic cycle begins, but I almost feel like, you know, if you're a feminine energy, this is you like falling in love with yourself, like loving on yourself, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. Especially by the time we are in the new moon Libra energy. Yeah, I feel like, you know, you're at the culmination of one cycle, and with the new moon in Libra, you're like, I almost feel like there's a deeper appreciation for yourself that you have. So this new moon, you know, could be highlighting that for you. You know, Virgo is sixth house energy, so it deals with our day-to-day, our, you know, daily routine, our schedule, how we, you know, navigate the day-to-day life. So this feels like, I feel very positive, like I feel very upbeat, and I feel like saying like, yeah, you're ready for this. You deserve it. Especially with, you know, the new moon in Capricorn energy, with your hard work paying off. You earned it. You worked for, you know, this, whatever this is for you. So let's see. What's going on, Spirit? What's the overall energy for this new moon? And too many. What's the energy of this new moon? Look, here's that Pisces energy. It says new moon and Pisces, meditate and contemplate. Yeah, so for some of you, this new moon, you know, you could be being encouraged to like rest. I'm hearing the energy of easing your mind. You know, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so it deals with our, you know, the way we think, analyze, and, you know, communicate. It deals with the nervous system. So it's almost like for some of you as well, like if you aren't like in a space or in an energy where, you know, you're resting right now, this new moon, it may, you know, force you to just, you know, rest and just, you know, just be, almost just be. That's what I'm feeling. Because with the full moon and Taurus at the bottom, your dreams need a practical plan. Like, yeah, it almost makes me feel like saying just take some time out to like almost gather yourself, because then with the new moon in Aries, it says it's time to take action. Yeah, so that way after you like come up with a plan, quote unquote, you can, you know, execute it with this new moon in Aries energy. Let's get another one. Can I get another one for the collective? Like, it almost makes me feel like, think of what you want to do, what your next step is going to be. Yeah. Then we have the full moon in Cancer energy, which says a personal issue reaches resolution. On the bottom of the deck, we have communication is key. The new moon in Gemini energy. So with this full moon Cancer energy, it's almost making me feel like, you know, Cancer and Pisces are, you know, sister signs. They're both water signs, where Pisces is mutable and Cancer is cardinal. It almost makes me feel like, yeah, even with this energy, like just allow yourself to like, in a way, trust the process. With a personal issue reaches resolution, Yeah, like just take a time out. It makes me feel like everything is going to work out as it should, especially if you're waiting or, have been waiting on some type of communication. But it also makes me feel like, you may also have to like advocate for yourself as well. And then we have faith in your dreams. Up under that, the waxing crescent moon. And then we have surrender to the divine, which is full moon energy. Yeah, because the next full moon, I believe the next full moon is going to be an eclipse, which will be in Pisces. So it makes me feel like it's a lot of mutable energy on the board, mutable and cardinal. It almost feels like, and I know this sounds repetitive, but people don't realize like we learn through repetition. But yeah, it just feels like have faith in what you're thinking and speaking and putting out, and even thinking more specifically with the communication is key, like how you're talking to yourself. That's what it makes me feel like. And just it almost makes me feel like, for some of you, you may need to do some affirmations. For some of you, you may already do that, but it's almost like let, whatever like almost qualms that you're having or that may, be coming up for you with this Virgo energy, allow it to like, how can I say this? I'll say it like this, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. And so that way, like, I'm getting like the word articulate. For some of you, you may need to, whatever, if you're receiving communication or you're giving communication, I'll say, just take some time out. It almost makes me want to say, like, in a way, like, pump your brakes. Just a little bit, like, just slow down just a little bit. Like, you don't have to have, the right things to say. Figure out what you're feeling first, and then, move forward like that. If communication or like, and like I said, this could even be just how you talk to yourself. It almost makes me want to say you don't have to have all of the answers. Just allow things to be. I'll get one more. Oh, too many, Spirit. Can I get one more for the collective? Yep. And then we have the mutable moon energy. Nothing is set in stone. Is yet set in stone. So yeah, that's just even more confirmation. Like, just allow yourself. Don't be like so gung-ho on something having to be a certain way or things going a certain way. You're already in the energy, like almost physically, or I'll say in like spiritually, but it's almost like emotionally you may not, your waters could be swaying back and forth. I almost feel like this feels like worry, but I want to say like everything is going to be okay. Your water, especially with this Cancer and Pisces energy, is going to push you into the direction that you need to go if you allow it. Don't try to resist it, and don't try to like, don't get so fixated like Scorpio. Don't get so fixated. Yeah, I was gonna say. Thank you, Spirit. Look at this. We have what do you need to release with the waning moon? And then we have it's time to release negativity, the full moon in Scorpio energy. So it's just reiterating what I said. And then we have up under that the new moon in Cancer. Like, you and your loved ones are safe. Yeah. Like, so this is just confirmation that, things are building up. Like, this is the build up, it makes me want to say. so that when it's time for you to take action, or any action, if any, or action if any, excuse me, you know, you're like, you're feeling confident, you're ready for it. I already feel like you're ready. It's just like emotionally, and it could just be the energy, like you're feeling unsure, you're having doubts, and that's very normal. So don't, like, it almost makes me want to say, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You are safe. We are safe. I'm gonna say it like that. Just release this doubt. Any doubts or fears, release it. For some of you, it may feel uncomfortable, but it feels like everything is working, you know, for your good. And that just, even saying that just made me feel like, you know, a weight was just lifted off of, you know, even for me, like, so you may even feel like that. So let's see, what tarot deck, Spirit? What tarot deck? We're going to use the Lustrous Tarot. Because it almost makes me feel too, like, with this nothing is yet set in stone, you may feel that there's a lot of uncertainty, but with this, a personal issue reaches resolution with the full moon in Cancer energy. It makes me feel like it's already been worked out. It's already been taken care of. You just have to, you know, trust and believe in that. So let's see what's going on. What messages do we need, Spirit, as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this new moon in Virgo? What's going on, Spirit? Can I get one more? So bottom of the deck, here it is, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. And it's almost like, yeah, allow Spirit to, like, what I'm feeling off of this Hermit is like, allow Spirit to be your guide. Because if you do that and just, you know, tap into yourself and allow really, like, you know, whatever you're getting with this energy, it makes me feel like with the flamingo and this meditate and contemplate, like you're already, like, you already embody this energy of, you know, being able to, like, take a step back, to take a look within, to take that time out. Because that's what the Hermit could be too. It's a card of introspection. And know that Spirit is always going to lead you in the right direction, regardless of what you're feeling. For some of you, that, in, you know, that's if you're in this feminine energy, because we have the Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Spirit is not going to lead you to, you know, this Five of Pentacles detriment, you know, or, you know, feeling abandoned, or, you know, like you're not safe, or, you know, feeling like there's lack. And this is almost like the doubt you feel. For some of you, you could literally feel like Spirit is leading you in the wrong direction, but I feel like that's just you. So that's why the Hermit is here. Like, no, look, take some inventory of what you've done. Because to me, with the Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, you're overcoming that feeling if you allow yourself to, with this Hermit card. Up under that, we have a King of Swords, masculine air energy. And then we have Judgment. For some of you, how can I say this? Because I really feel like this reading is all about you, but we do have a King of Swords here, masculine energy showing up. And it makes me feel like for some of you, there could be a masculine energy who is actually in this Five of Pentacles energy. And they're like seeing you being in this energy, and it's almost like prompting them to, like, it's almost like giving someone a wake-up call with the Judgment card. Because with Judgment and then the Ten of Pentacles following, it's almost like for you being in this energy, you're helping put like any masculine energies that could be watching you or witnessing you. It's almost like you're putting them at ease. You're putting them at ease in a way. Because it almost makes me feel like, yeah, you're not moving out of ego. For some of you, Spirit could be showing you, like, how can I say this? Like, it could be showing you masculine energies that are moving out of ego. And like could be showing you what happens like if you do that, if you move out of, you know, just ego and doubt, with the five, or with the Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Because I'm hearing off of this King of Swords, like you know better. So this masculine energy, like, if this is someone that's viewing you, it's almost like they knew better, but they didn't like do better. But in watching you or witnessing you, like I said, it's giving them a wake-up call, like, hey, I have to go from this 5 to this 10. Like, I have to, like, almost, like, pull myself out of this rut that they you know, could be finding themselves in. But it's, you know, all off of how they're moving. Because I almost feel like this Hermit is a barrier for you from this energy. And they could be, like, on the outside looking in. But can I get one for this flamingo, please, Spirit? Can I get one for this flamingo? Why is the flamingo here for the collective? We had the King of Pentacles come out. He fell on my lap, but I'm going to put her back. If he's meant to come out, he will. Can I get one for this flamingo, please? Yep, so the Knight of Pentacles is coming out. We under the flamingo, which makes me feel like, yeah, you're in an energy of just, you know, needing to slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. And not to say that you're in a race, but just, it almost makes me want to say, keep your wits about you, exercise some patience. Like, there's no need to rush. Like, take your time, especially coming out with this meditate and contemplate. And some of you are already embodying this energy. Like I said, just like, it makes me want to say, be easy with yourself. With the Page of Cups, there's no need to, you know, like, be impulsive. With the Fool energy. And for some of you, if this is another person, if this is a masculine energy, it's almost like they're hesitant to come forward. They're hesitating with this. For some of you, it could be like they could be hesitating on contemplating on coming in and expressing some type of emotion to you. with the Page of Cups, or even like an apology. But with the Fool here, that's what they could be communicating to you. Like I was moving too fast. I was doing too much, because with the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands, it's almost like someone looking over like their past. The Seven of Swords could be a card of like past mistakes. And like I said, with the Hermit, I feel like if this is in regards to another masculine energy, Spirit is showing you this. It's almost like with the Hermit, Spirit is like making you privy to this energy. They could be, trying to come back in, but it's like not without. I almost feel like there needs to be a correction. They know it with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Swords. And although they may want to be impulsive because of what they're feeling emotionally, it's almost like they're taking their time. And if this is all your energy, like I said, you're, slow and steady. You're not in a hurry. You're not in a rush. It makes me feel like, yeah, you're kind of like free and almost like being real and honest with yourself with the Page of Swords, or excuse me, the Page of Cups. Because you feel like for some of you, like even in your past, there could have been, past mistakes that, you may feel that you have made or could have made. But the Hermit is saying like, nah, you've overcome that again, yeah. With the Six of Wands, and it's by, following and trusting your intuition, not letting other people, deter you or, put you in an energy of doubt. You're not, and, it's like you're not trying to win. You're trying to, almost just be who you are. That's all you're doing, is just being who you are. Can I get one for this, for this unicorn, please? Yeah, so we have the Three of Cups. Which can be a card of, reconciliation. It could be a card of, coming together with like-minded people. I feel like there are people that are wanting to come together with you. For some of you also, it feels like you went your own way and you cut off even some types of associations that you could have had, with the Ten of Swords here. Yeah. Because it's like you almost weren't letting, for some of you, you could have had like some negative, I don't want to say negative people, but people with like negative mentalities and mindsets around you, but it's like you've transcended that. Like there's like people see like, or even witness that you don't like surround yourself with people who like, especially with the Ten of Swords, who have that self-doubt, or negative self-talk is what it makes me feel like. So that's the personal issue. Like you overcame that for yourself with this unicorn energy. It's almost like you didn't follow the crowd. You went in a different direction. And look what it made you, the Empress. And everybody is seeing that with the Sun. Can I get one? Oh, too many. Can I get one for this red lipstick? I just heard you change the definition. Because remember when I said with the lipstick, I heard cover girl. So it's like for even some of you, the way that you look, it's not like it's not like what, quote unquote, society would deem as a cover girl, the way that you look. But It's like I just heard you change the definition. So we have the Ace of Swords coming out, double confirmation. I almost feel like for some of you, you didn't allow for, you know, people to like put you in a box. Yep. Because you know your worth as a Queen of Pentacles. You know your worth. You know your value. So what people may deem like what a Queen of Pentacles is supposed to look like, maybe, you know, physically you don't fit the bill. You don't fit that description, and that's fine. You're you. You're not supposed to look or be like anything other than yourself. And it feels like with that Queen of Pentacles, you're comfortable with that. It's where you like almost, or how you are, you know, stable and secure within yourself. Can I get one for this fishtail or mermaid tail? Can I get one for this fishtail? Yeah, see, we have the Page of Swords. And that makes me feel like, yeah, people are seeing you going and just being and going in your own direction. It almost feels like people are witnessing, you know, like in a way you live in your truth. Yep, unapologetically, free, with the sun here. And I just heard like you're not done yet. Especially with this, like it drew me right to this, nothing is yet set in stone. Like I said, for some of you, someone or, you know, multiple people could have been trying to like label you or put you in the box. And it's like you broke out of that box. I feel like saying, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And now it's like from what people are seeing, now they could like want to connect with you with the Two of Cups. And, you know, in a way, like invest or work with you with the Six of Pentacles. But it's almost like they could be, you know, indecisive or even contemplating, especially if this is that masculine energy or other people just on the outside looking in, wondering like if they can like handle it. Because emotionally, you know, you're secure in yourself. You've put in the work, the time, the energy, and effort to like build yourself up to this, really the Empress energy. So can I get one for the Knight of Pentacles? We've already seen two queens. Yep, the High Priestess, yep. So for some of you, you're allowing your intuition, or you need to allow your intuition to, you know, continue to be your guide with the High Priestess coming out. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. And that makes me just feel like this is the energy of the people on the outside looking in. Like they, you know, the Five of Swords is an energy of, you know, like needing to win at all costs. It could be an energy of, you know, competing, you know, competition, or it could be like a card of mind games. But it's almost like as the High Priestess with the Knight of Pentacles, you're able to recognize this energy. Like you see it for what it is. And it's almost like by you using your intuition and not making like hasty or rash decisions and or movements or investments is what keeps you in this energy of elegance, of grace. It helps you like in a way maintain your stature. Because this could also be like people trying to like even project their burdens or their, you know, their shit onto you, but it doesn't, it's not it doesn't affect you, is what it makes me want to say. Can I get one for this Three of Cups? Yeah, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you cut off Any energies that's not in alignment or on the same page with you, with the Two of Swords, it's almost like you blocked it out. And for some of you, like, I'm feeling like it could be like, you know, a social dynamic, or where you're just not, you know, let me get another one. Can I get another one for the Two of Swords? Like, you're just not, you're not in that space. Like, it's almost like you're not confused about who you are. Look, and Justice was on the bottom, so yep. You're not confused. You're not, you know, conflicted. You know who you are. And it's almost like for some of you, this new moon, it could just be like confirmation of that. That you could be getting, especially with the moon at the bottom. Yeah, like, and this is new moon energy when the sun and the moon are in the same sign. We have the moon and the sun here. And you know, the moon is going to go into Libra when it's done with Virgo. So for some of you, yeah, like that, you know, that transit could be significant for you, that 2.5 days of the moon in Libra. Where you know that, you know, it's almost like you could get confirmation that you made the right decision to either block or cut off people who don't know who they are, or just to not even align with them. Can I get one for this Ace of Swords? The Ace of Swords. Yeah. And what's becoming clear to, you know, people is the love that you have for yourself. With this Ace of Cups here, like how you take care, how you nurture, how you're honest with yourself is what, you know, gives you this, you know, the appearance that you have, like how you show up and how people view you and witness you. It's because you're real and you're honest with yourself. You have love for yourself. So it shows. Where, you know, some people could be like this King of Pentacles, masculine earth energy, could be very stuck in their ways, yet and afraid to be like this vulnerable with themselves. And I'm hearing like, you don't need makeup. Like, you're a cover girl without makeup. Like, you're just a natural, you know, for some of you, you could be being perceived as like a natural beauty. Too many. And can I get one for the Page of Swords, please? The Page of Swords. Yeah, we have a King of Cups. Masculine water energy. The King of Cups is normally Scorpio energy. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have a Queen of Wands. Yeah, if someone is viewing you in this energy, they are viewing you as, like, first of all, very attractive, someone who is in their power. This person, because they could be seeing like how you're moving or the direction you're going, they're like withholding their emotions from you. Like, they want to say something, but they could, like, yeah, if they take the action, they're fearing being rejected. Look at this. There's a fear of rejection. Or because what this is funny. Instead of them rejecting this Three of Cups, they rejected the Ace of Cups. Where you have the Ace of Cups and rejected the Three of Cups. That's funny. But they're realizing, Because the Tower's behind this King of Wands, they're realizing like the way that they think, the way that they may even communicate, or just their mentality is what keeps them stuck. It's what keeps them from, you know, moving forward, moving into, you know, this energy. The Death card, having, you know, like moving toward change. Where they like to stay, you know, stuck in the past. With the Six of Cups. I want another one. Can I get one for this Page of Swords, King of Cups? Let me tell you, this person sees you as everything. But you carry yourself like the star. Like you're just, you know, emotionally and physically and even spiritually, you're balanced. And physically, you're yourself. You see how she doesn't have clothes on in this card. But, you know, so that means like you're comfortable in being yourself. And it's almost like you being in this energy, for some of you, it could make people feel like less than, in a way, with the Page of Pentacles. But it's also, like I said, you're showing people that, you know, like it's possible for them too. They don't have to be in this energy of the Five of Swords. And for some of them, if this is like a masculine viewing you, they see like how they like, if they've done this in the past, they're seeing this Five of Swords for what it is. Like if they tried to play mind games or be manipulative or just like wanted to win or look like something, they're seeing, you know, that perspective of themselves. Can I get one more for this star energy? Yep, so then here we have the Four of Swords, which is literally like that meditate and contemplate energy. Like, you know your truth. And then with the Hermit, like the Hermit carries the star. And it's almost like with the Hermit energy here, Spirit is saying like, yep, like almost giving you confirmation to keep doing what you're doing, to keep going in the direction that you're going, because it's only going to, you know, continue to elevate you. Now, if this is a person, you know, this masculine energy that's viewing you like this, like I said, they're meditating and contemplating on, you know, whether if they should reach out. We know that the Eight of Wands is a card of communication. So, and it's almost like Spirit could be guiding them to communicate with you. To stop being so, like I just heard, stop being so damn stubborn. Stop being, you know, a King of Pentacles can be very fixated on the material realm, the physical world. And they're trying, Spirit is trying to elevate this person past that. Like, it almost makes me feel like, show yourself with the Sun. Like, be vulnerable. Yep. It's time for you to stop being so, so stubborn with the Four of Pentacles. Be yourself. And can I get one for this nothing is yet set in stone? Because I feel like someone is wanting, you know, more clarity on that. And then we'll grab the guidance and advice. Can I get one for nothing is yet set in stone? Can I get one? Oh, my face is itching. Can I get one for nothing is yet set in stone? So we have the Ten of Wands coming out. Yeah. Yeah, some of you, it almost makes you feel like with the Ten of Wands coming out, like there's an energy of like you still have so much work to do. Like you're, like it almost feels like for some of you, you're like you don't feel like your hard work is paying off or has paid off. But it says like the Ten of Wands has a it has two connotations, because it can be, you know, looked at as like a burden, but it also could be, like I said in the beginning of the video, where it's collecting the harvest. We're not, you know, we're just in the new moon, Virgo energy, and it makes me feel like, yeah, like nothing is yet set in stone. You still have time to, you know, collect on everything you've invested yourself in. For some of you, like I said, this nothing is yet set in stone is like that energy of doubt, and Spirit is saying release that with the Ten of Wands. Just because you're not seeing anything physically yet doesn't mean that it's not coming. Yep. And with the Three of Pentacles, I'll get another one. Can I get another one for the Ten of Wands? The Ten of Wands. With this nothing is yet set in stone. I'm telling you, I can't make this shit up. The Ten of Cups. And I just heard what may seem like the end is just the beginning. So release doubt, because it's like, I feel like saying you've arrived. You have arrived. And, you know, I feel like, you know, even saying like it just gets better from here. For some of you, you could be connecting with someone, or, you know, other people that are on the same, you know, emotional maturity level. It makes me feel like saying. Yeah, so you're about to like harvest your dream. Just release that doubt. Don't feel, yep, and that's all it is. This five of swords keeps wanting to show, like, just release the doubt, because that's all it is. Like, this is it still feels like the energy of naysayers. For some of you, you may just have like people, you know, from your past that may have, you know, told you, like, just as an example, oh, you're not going to amount to nothing, or had the thought that you weren't going to amount to nothing. That's what I just heard. They thought. It's like they were almost expecting you to just be like this Knight of Wands, hot and cold, whatever the case may be, and not know where you were going. But it's almost like, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor with the World, and a new cycle begins. Some people thought that you would, you know, run back to your past with the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're shocking a whole bunch of people that doubted you. That's what it feels like. And you may not even know, like, that these people were like, you know, like, it almost feels like praying for your downfall. I don't like the Five of Swords, but whatever. Give me one for the Five of Swords specifically. Why is this Five of Swords here? Just to clear this up. Yeah, it came from like small-minded people with the Page of Pentacles. People that need to see stuff in order to believe it. If that makes sense. But now that they see it, it's like they don't have a choice but to believe it. You cannot make this shit up. I tell you, I kid you not. So let's grab the guidance and advice. What's the guidance and advice? Where your world is expanding. Can I get the guidance and advice for the collective? And again, if this energy is another person, It's almost like if this is a masculine energy that's, viewing you like this, it's almost like they lack belief. So as long as they keep lacking belief and, talking to themselves negatively, always having doubts or fearing the worst or like afraid of, doing the work that they need to do for themselves, it's always going to come true what everybody says or what they perceive or what people have said to them. You're always like, it's almost like they're gonna manifest that reality if they don't change their mindset. If they keep feeling like like shit ain't gonna work out for them, then it's not. And you shouldn't be surrounding yourself with people anyway that like don't want to see you do good. Look what came out. It fell on the floor. A win-win outcome is forecast. And then look, they told me to take it. Normally I don't take cards off the floor. And it says, New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And I feel like for some of you, this is just confirmation of what happens when you give and you invest in yourself. This is what happens. You can't lose. You cannot lose. Yeah. And you release that South Node energy. Don't let your past hold you back. With the South Node being in Virgo right now, yeah. So we have that. A win-win outcome is forecast. I'll read it and then I'll get a tarot card to put on it. And then that'll be the reading. Can I get one for this? A win-win outcome is forecast. Oh. Where is the book? Eight of Wands at the bottom. So that just lets me know, like, again, for some of you who need to know, like, you're moving in the right direction because you're being true to self. And for some of you, you could be, like, again, like I said, if this is someone, a masculine on the outside looking in, they may decide to reach out to you. But we have the full moon in Libra, which we had during Aries season. So it says a win-win outcome is forecast. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so don't try to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. And I'm going to just pause it right there because for some of you, like, this is the relationship between you and you. For some of you, this is, it has nothing to do with another masculine, another or outside energy. And that's what I feel like this is really pertaining to. But if it does have, something, I feel like, I don't even feel like you're connected to this person. This masculine energy, if it's like, it could be like a past friend, a past, lover or romantic interest, or even like a family member. So take that how it resonates. And it says, attuned to the moon, let go of that which is falling away. Additional meanings from for this card. See the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. It's time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. And now is a great time for a makeover. So if you're the feminine energy, I feel that, you're already like, I felt that energy in the beginning. I feel like you've already done that. And you're in it. So with this new moon in Virgo, it's like for some of you, you're getting confirmation of, you're just being, again, like they just keep saying true to self, true to self. So, and that's always a win and a plus. And then it says the teaching for this card. No matter when you pull the full moon and Libra card, it encourages you to find balance between your desires and those of the people around you. Balance is a very Libran energy, and the full moon brings things to a peak. Dramas and upsets bring partnerships to the fore. Libra energy also brings love energy. Negotiations are easier. Yeah, and I feel like for some of you, especially with this full moon in Libra, which we had in Aries season, you could have decided to like remove yourself from a certain dynamic and just, whether it was a friend or a relationship or even this masculine, if that's how it's resonating for you. And this person with this new moon in Virgo is like, they're witnessing your harvest from doing, cutting off or, leaving things that just weren't in alignment with you. They're seeing that reality of yours. So let's see what look at this. I love this. The Four of Wands with the Eight of Wands. For some of you, I'm even getting the energy of like you could have possibly even just moved, or you will be. But I feel that, and if you're in a place of stability within yourself, and for some of you even physically, and it's it's something to celebrate. That's what it makes me feel. Celebrate this win. Celebrate it. Celebrate this win. That's what it makes me feel like. Because you bet it on yourself, and it's like you didn't need the validation or approval or of anyone or anything. You did what you wanted to do, how you wanted to do it, and you listened to you. Give me one for this masculine energy, this King of Cups. Give me one for this King of Cups. I feel like this energy like almost wants to run to you. I can't make this shit up. The Chariot. They want to come charging forward towards you. For some of you, you may be even like you can feel it with the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Empress here. Give me one more for this Chariot. The Chariot for this masculine energy. They could be driving to come see you or wanting to. Or like, I almost feel like they're resisting themselves from doing that. Give me one more for the Chariot, please. I feel like saying like you're home to this person. If this is a masculine energy, it's like they want to come home. Can I get one for the Chariot? Well, yeah, because they're done with that Five of Swords. They're no longer in that energy. Or they're overcoming it, yep. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like wondering, like, I almost feel like saying, like, if you're going to block them, But I feel like this person, they may even feel like they're blocked. You know, like you may have them, they may think that you have them like blocked on your phone or, you know, possibly online. I don't feel that that is. But it's also them knowing that if they come forward, they would have to be ready to work and collaborate with you. They can't, you know, give the bare minimum. They have to be willing to invest with the Seven of Pentacles, and they can't, you know, be guarded. They have to be open. So that is, and that even brings it back to this, a time to give rather than take. This masculine needs to, you know, be willing to give, be willing to invest in themselves first and foremost. But then if they want, you know, a connection or something with you, they have to be willing to, you know, like drop their guard. And they have to be firm in that decision. That's what that Two of Pentacles was saying. They have to choose. They can't have it both ways. Look at this. The King of Swords and the Two of Cups. I'm leaving it right there, y'all. I don't even have to explain these last two cards. So there we have it. I definitely thank you all for tuning in with me. I hope it resonated for some of you, and if not, it just wasn't your story. I hope everyone enjoys this new moon. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of this weekend and, you know, the week to come. And I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.